This is Joe on the Okie Woodsman channel. I want to go ahead and ask a question. Can you repair plastic? I've seen a lot of short videos online, different ways, people mixing up baking soda and CA glue or nail glue. I've seen all sorts of things. You see those people doing welding plastic with plastic welding kits. You see people burning in wire with little zigzag type things. I'm gonna try my own method, and I have nothing to lose, but I have everything to gain. The reason why is I broke my flag here. Now this is not just a chainsaw repair, this is a plastic repair in general. I recently cracked this lever here. Right in there you can see that plastic separating. I'm gonna go ahead and try to reinforce this quickly and easily. The question is doing this repair, will it be a hack or a bodge? Hack meaning that it's good, bodge meaning it's totally junk, totally cheesy. Let's see what happens. Wonder if these are the same exact fasteners. That'd be awesome if they were. Yes, they are the same exact fastener. That is extremely welcome from a serviceability standpoint. Let's see what happens here. I don't know how this is going to come off. Hopefully a spring doesn't spring out on me. Let's take a look here. All right, I'm feeling something. All right, okay, well, we got a little bushing deal right there. Very nice quality there. Here's a better view of that damaged piece. Got that separation right there. Oh, when it's unmounted, it is quite a bit more flimsy. I will tell you that. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a shot. See how that looks. Okay, so we got this side right here. I have a couple old soldering irons I can utilize for this. I'm gonna use this Win soldering iron. It's one way that I can think of doing this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some paper clips. We're gonna go ahead and essentially try to melt these in, implant them into this in various locations. I'm gonna use my Knipex lineman pliers. I like these compared to Klein's. They come out of the package freely moving, but they're tight, right? They're not, it's not like they're worn out with slop. It's just that they operate well from the store. If you've never used or seen Knipex tools, this is a great tool here. I'm also a big fan of these, believe it or not. This is actually Harbor Freight's brand, Doyle. See that right there? And let me tell you about them. This is my second pair of these. They're a little bit tighter, kind of like what you'd expect out of a pair of Klein's. For side cutters. I have used them extensively. I broke a tip off. I was cutting a whole bunch of nails essentially when I was working on a chicken coop, and I just kept nipping and nipping on this tip, and one side just chipped off, right? Well, I stopped by Harbor Freight, brought it in there, and they handed me a brand new set. Very cool. That's like Craftsman used to be back in the day at what's it called, Sears. I have a couple of these broken flags, and I'm going to go ahead and try to implant this in here, essentially by pressing the iron. I don't know if a 30-watt iron will do it, but I'm essentially going to try to, actually I'm going to skip that. I'm not going to try that yet. We're actually going to try with a torch, but I'm going to use an iron too, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and trim a piece off, and I want to give like a little tail. I want to be able to implant this in here. Really, I almost thought I'd bend a tail here too. I'm going to try it. So my goal, I'm thinking I can maybe heat this up with a propane torch and sink this into here. Let's see what happens. What I did is I implanted that in there, but it rotated because I didn't have a good grip on it. I didn't have a real good grip. Let me see here. So you don't have a very long amount of time before you need to get that in there, because the plastic cools down extremely quickly. It cools down the bit of metal very, very quickly. I'm gonna do another one right in here. I want to be able to push a little harder with my pliers. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this like this. And then this time I'm gonna bend a triangle. I want to be able to push it in better. So see that right there? I'm gonna try to flatten that out more. I'm hoping I can go ahead and heat that up and keep that good looking. Now that I can go ahead and I have a good purchase on it, a good grip, I should be able to do that. Burning off any oils I had from touching it. Sunk that into there. I need to do a couple more in here. This time I'm going to need to bend it to the profile a little bit, right? Kind of hard to see probably. I'm going to over bend it just a hair. I could buy a new flag, but what fun is that, right? Try to bend this back towards itself. Again, I want to be able to grab this with a good purchase like that, right? So we're going to test fit this here. Will this fit nicely into here? I think it will. Got that profile kind of bent. This one's going to be a little trickier. It's not as clean as I would have liked it. You really have very little time to work. You really do. It cools down so much that you just don't have that much time to work. You can smooth out the plastic pretty well, actually. Huh, that's pretty cool. This is not good for embedding the wire into it, but this will actually allow you to kind of smooth the plastic over. I'm actually going to do it right here. I can make it look pretty good, I think. And kind of smooth out the plastic over the wire. It's kind of cool. Guys, I don't know how well this is going to hold up. I don't know if it'll be just as strong as it was. Maybe it'll be stronger, right? Huh. Have you ever done a plastic repair like this? Anybody? This is a first for me. This is doing so well that I kind of want to actually take this and run this along here. It's like erasing the line. You're seeing what I'm seeing. I mean, I know that this isn't structural, but what it's doing is it's getting rid of that gap. That's pretty cool, everybody. See what happens if I let go. Hey, it is not springing back. This is now going to be my plastic repair iron here. Kind of like welding here. That's interesting. It's just like, in a way, metal welding, because I can't, now the difference is I can't like add a bunch of material into here. Maybe I could with zip ties, but I'm actually going to try not to. I don't want to add a different color in if I don't have to. Wow, I'm really pleased with how this is going. I'm actually going to go ahead and put some support over here because the crack goes to this point right here. I'm actually going to just go ahead and melt that right there to hopefully stop the crack from running. And then I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to put another couple wire bits into there. I'm going to kind of tidy this up just a hair here. This is just a round tip or a pointed tip. I've got another flag that I can do this on too. It's another Husqvarna actually. Okay, now what's cool is I can go ahead and smooth that out, right? This will actually smooth it fairly well. Just kind of take this along the top here and it kind of just, man, it smooths it pretty nicely. You can make it even better, I'm sure, if you sanded it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not worried about it. I want to see how this, honestly, I want to leave as much material as I can in there. I want to see how it holds up. I am extremely happy with this. Now I didn't get it in there as far as I want. Of course, every time that happens, let me go ahead and clip that off. Look at that, I can seal that up, it's gone. Except for where the wire's sticking out. Now this part here, I did not get it in sufficiently. Let me go ahead and try to, I'm going to do this left-handed. It's going to come out probably ugly. So my wire starts to be exposed about up there. Okay, so I can go ahead and just smooth that out at least. I don't know, what do y'all think? Will that work? I mean, I think it'll work for a flag. Feels strong. It would be probably helpful to do another one over here, but I don't want to do one on the outside. I just don't want to, because it's a little bit ugly. I've got 3. Oh, let me clean this one up here. This one is pretty ugly here. I'll take and grind these tabs out, and I think we're going to call that good. I'm not going to put another one in the middle here. I don't think I need it. I really don't think I need it. Shoot, I've got a grinder right here. May as well just use it. Gosh dang. Yeah, I'm just going to use my Easy Do here for my chain. Let's try this out. Let's see how this goes. Put some safety glasses on here. That one's down flat. So see how this is exposed? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take some plastic from over here, kind of thin it out a little bit, and I'll go ahead and just kind of push it over this way. So I'm removing a little bit over here and pushing it over to here. There we go, see that? It's, I think, not just for aesthetics. I think it's honestly, I think if you can kind of encapsulate that metal as much as you can, it's really close to the surface there. But I think structurally, I think it'll just be better. Well, if you can repair this bit of plastic with some heat, with some fire, with some paper clips, what else can you repair that's just functional, right? What if you can't get this piece? What if, you know, there's some saws that are no longer in production and parts are expensive. So, I don't know. What do you think, everybody? Will it hold up? I'm going to run it and see how it works. You know, I absolutely love making these videos for y'all. If you find them beneficial, if you watch and you haven't yet subscribed, commented, or anything like that, let me know you're here if this is beneficial to you. I've got lots of stuff in my brain that I can help out with. And so, everybody, if Okie Woodsman is helpful to you, definitely let me know. It helps encourage me to keep going. And it helps me out. The more views I get, the more content I can make. And that's what my goal is. So thank you for watching Okie Woodsman. Be careful. Have fun. Love your neighbor as yourself. And thank you for being here. See you on the next one.